Imagine a place where all illusions disappear. There's no shade to hide under, no river to drink from, no crowd to blend into. It's just you, the endless sky above, and the scorching ground beneath your feet. The desert, it's a place of stark reality, a place that strips away everything but the essential. And it was in a desert just like this that a woman named Hajar learned the true meaning of trusting God. Hajar wasn't a queen, a ruler, or even a prophet. She was a mother, seemingly alone and vulnerable. Yet, her story of faith would become one of the most powerful lessons in Islamic history, a story reenacted every single year by millions of people during the pilgrimage of Hajj. Her legacy is a testament to how unshakable trust in God can transform the most desolate of situations into a source of eternal blessing. Our story begins when, by the command of Allah, the Prophet Ibrahim brought his wife Hajar and their infant son, Ismail, to a barren, empty valley. The Qur'an describes it as a valley where nothing grows. No crops, no water, no people. Just the blistering heat of the sun and the silence of the mountains surrounding them. It's hard for us to even imagine the desolation. This wasn't just a difficult place. It was an impossible one. After leaving them with a small bag of dates and a skin of water, Ibrahim turned to leave. Can you picture Hajar's heart in that moment? She followed him, her voice filled with a mix of confusion and fear. "Oh, Ibrahim, where are you going? Are you leaving us in this valley where there is no one and nothing?" He didn't answer. He couldn't. His heart was heavy, but his duty was to obey God's command. She asked again and again, but he remained silent, walking away. Finally, a thought struck her, a realization that shifted her entire perspective. She asked the question that would change everything. "Did Allah command you to do this?" Ibrahim simply nodded, "Yes." And her response, it wasn't one of anger or despair. It was a statement of pure, profound faith that has echoed through the centuries. She said, "Then he will not abandon us." Think about that for a moment. Then he will not abandon us. This wasn't just wishful thinking or blind optimism. This was tawakkul, a deep and certain trust rooted in the knowledge that Allah is wise, just, and merciful. She knew that if this was his command, then his plan must be perfect, even if she couldn't see it. She returned to her baby, her heart settled, her faith her only shield against the emptiness of the desert. This moment teaches us so much. How often do we find ourselves in situations that make no sense? We face challenges in our careers, our families, our health, and we ask, why is this happening? Hajar's response provides the answer. We turn to the source of the command. If we can trust that our lives are in Allah's hands, then even in our darkest valleys, we can find peace in the certainty that he will not abandon us. But Hajar's story doesn't end with her sitting passively, waiting for a miracle. Days passed. The small supply of water ran out. Her baby, Ismail, began to cry from thirst, his cries echoing in the silent valley. Her heart ached for him. Did she just sit there and pray? No. Her trust in Allah propelled her into action. This is one of the most crucial lessons from her story. Trusting God is not passive. It doesn't mean doing nothing. It means you tie your camel, you do your part, and then you trust Allah to handle what is beyond your control. So, Hajar acted. She placed Ismail under the shade of a tree and began to search. She looked around and saw the nearest hill, a rocky outcrop called Safa. She ran to the top, her eyes scanning the horizon, desperately hoping to spot a traveler or a source of water. She saw nothing, so she ran down from Safa and across the valley to another hill. Again, she climbed, she searched, and again, she found nothing. Her heart must have been pounding, her breath short, the sun beating down on her. But she didn't give up. She ran back to Safa, then back to Marwa. Once, twice, 3 times. 7 times she ran between these 2 hills, her every step a prayer, her every movement an act of desperation and hope. This wasn't a casual stroll. This was a frantic, exhausting search for survival, driven by a mother's love and an unyielding faith. Her struggle, her physical effort, her striving teaches us a powerful principle. We must put in the work. When you're looking for a job, you don't just pray for one. You apply, you network, you prepare for interviews, and you trust Allah with the outcome. When you're facing a personal challenge, you seek help, you make a plan, you take the necessary steps, and you trust Allah to guide you through it. Hajar's running was her effort. She did everything humanly possible. After her 7th run, exhausted and emotionally drained, she returned to check on her baby, and there, she witnessed a miracle. She saw something absolutely extraordinary. Where her baby's tiny foot had been kicking the sand, water was bubbling up from the dry earth. A spring had burst forth in the middle of the desert. The water of Zamzam. Overjoyed, she rushed to it, cupping the water, trying to form a basin around it to contain the blessed flow, saying, "Zam, Zam," which means stop, stop. This water wasn't just a temporary relief. It was a permanent source of life that would transform this barren valley into a thriving city, the city of Mecca. Allah, in His infinite mercy, had answered her efforts and her prayers in the most beautiful way. As the Qur'an says, "Indeed, Allah is gentle and merciful to His servants." He saw her struggle, He saw her sincerity, and He responded not just by quenching her thirst, but by creating a legacy. And what a legacy it is. Allah honored Hajar in a way no king or empire ever could. He didn't just save her and her son. He immortalized her struggle. He made her frantic run between the hills of Safa and Marwa, a mandatory ritual of the Hajj and Umrah pilgrimages. Today, millions of believers from every corner of the globe walk and run in her footsteps. But they don't do it out of desperation. They do it in remembrance. They do it to honor a mother's faith. Every step a pilgrim takes between Safa and Marwa is a declaration. I trust Allah. I will put in the effort. I know that He sees my struggle. A single mother, alone and vulnerable in the desert, her act of faith was elevated by God into an eternal act of worship. This shows us that no sincere effort made for the sake of Allah is ever lost. He sees it, He records it, and He rewards it in ways we can't even imagine. Hajar's faith didn't just secure her survival, it shaped the future. Her son Ismail grew up in that valley, which soon became a settlement for traveling tribes attracted by the miraculous well of Zamzam. Years later, his father Ibrahim returned. Together, father and son would fulfill another divine command: to raise the foundations of the Kaaba, the first house of worship dedicated to the one God. And at the very heart of this monumental story is Hajar, the woman, whose trust in Allah laid the silent foundation for it all. Through this one family, Allah taught humanity an essential lesson. True faith is built on a bedrock of sacrifice, patience, action, and absolute certainty in Him. So, what can we take from Hajar's story today in our modern complex lives? Her experience speaks directly to anyone facing uncertainty. It teaches us to trust Allah, even when we don't understand His plan. It reminds us that action is an inseparable part of faith. It reassures us that hardship does not mean we have been abandoned. It is often the very path to our breakthrough. It shows us that a mother's faith, a single person's conviction, can literally change the course of history. Most importantly, it confirms that what you do sincerely for Allah will never, ever disappear. You might feel like you're in your own desert right now, a desert of financial difficulty, emotional loneliness, or spiritual doubt. You might feel like you're running between your own Safa and Marwa, searching for a solution that seems impossible to find. Remember Hajar? Remember that the water of Zamzam did not gush forth on her first run or a second. It came after the struggle was complete, after she had done everything in her power. Keep moving. Keep striving. Keep trusting. In the end, Hajar didn't live to see the millions of pilgrims circling the Kaaba. She didn't see the global community that would be born from her sacrifice. She didn't need to. All she needed to know was that Allah saw her, and for her, that was enough. Her legacy is a timeless reminder. When the world offers you nothing, when you feel you have no one, and nowhere to turn, Allah is enough. And when you place your complete trust in Him, even when you're alone in the desert, He has the power to bring life from where none should exist. Thank you for listening. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that aims to inspire and uplift. Peace be with you.